Listen, promise me for the rest of time you will stop using Credit Karma to tell you what your credit score is. I gotta be real with y'all. Credit Karma is they just lying. They giving you something called a Vantage credit score. And the problem with that is I'm a loan officer. I'm a mortgage loan officer. So I help people buy houses, right? We don't mortgage lenders don't use Vantage. Now I know that there's talks about mortgage companies beginning to use Vantage, but the reality is right now they're not using it. And I don't believe that they're gonna start using it anytime soon. What mortgage lenders use is something called a FICO score. So that means the score that you're looking at on Credit Karma is not a real score, right? The only thing that Credit Karma is good for, in my opinion, is looking at your credit report. It's free. You can access it anytime you want to, and Credit Karma is a good resource for that. I bring this up because I just had two people put in an application to get a house with me, and when I was talking to them about what they were looking to do and what their credit score was and all of that, they both told me, hey, my credit is between 750 and 800. I said, okay, cool. Where are you getting the scores from? And they said, well, I'm getting my scores from Credit Karma. And I'm like, all right, well, it shouldn't be that far off. Let me go ahead and just, complete the application with you, and we'll pull your credit. We'll go over your scores together. And both times, the credit scores were in the 660 range. Okay, that was shocking to the homeowner. That was shocking to the client. Obviously shocking to me. So now the preliminary quote that I had gave them, which I typically don't do, but the preliminary quote that I gave them based on a higher credit score, now I got to re-quote this thing based on the lower credit score, which drastically changes what I can offer them. And so the reality is mortgage lenders use FICO 2, FICO 4, and FICO 5 credit scores, which are not accessible using Credit Karma. The only way to get access to these scores, so you'll know what your actual scores are before we pull them, is using something called MyFICO. Now, MyFICO is a subscription-based app. You do have to pay for this service, but it's worth the money because here's the thing. If you're applying for loans and you want to make sure, before you apply for those loans, you want to make sure your credit is what you actually believe it is before you go to these lenders. So you go to these lenders with confidence instead of just playing guessing games, right? And ultimately, at the end of the day, knowing what your real score is will save you money, time, and a headache. So I don't want you guessing around and being surprised moving forward. I want you to make sure that you are confident and know what your actual scores are. So download MyFICO. You can download it on your smartphone, your iPhone, Android, or you can use it on a desktop or laptop. And that'll save you so much. It'll save you such a headache. Just take it from me. Stop using Credit Karma.